everyone, welcome back or welcome to the channel. I'm Brie.
And I'm Tori.
Today we are here to react to RM's new album, Right Place, Wrong Person. We are going to be doing this in 3 parts because of the way that Hybe does its copyright, or at least always seems to get us with its copyright. So we're going to be doing this into 3 parts.
It doesn't like us putting more than like 4 in
songs.
One react. Even if it's not on the same album, it does not like us putting more than 4 songs in one, or music videos or whatever. So.
Yeah. So each part will have up to 3 to 4 songs in it. We also have not seen the Lost music video, so that will be most likely in the 3rd part where it goes in order of the album. So keep an eye out for all the parts if you are interested in watching the album with us or listening to the album with us.
We'll put the links in the description, or links
Time
our description. No, links to the other. We will put timestamps, but we'll also put links to the other parts in the description on each video, so it's easy to just click over to them.
Yeah. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. We have all of the tracks in order with the lyric videos, and I think that's pretty much all we have except for the MV at the end. We have seen the Come Back to Me MV, so that one will not be at the very end of this album, but everything else I think is good to go. So, we are super excited to jump in. I'm a little nervous, if I'm being honest, but I like in an excited way because I feel like this is going to be another piece of Namjoon's mind, that introspective, those introspective lyrics and storytelling that he does heartbreakingly beautifully.
We're about to get a look into, I guess, where he was when he wrote this.
Yes, and that is one of my favorite things about Namjoon and the way that he writes and composes and all of the things. So that's going to be, it makes me a little bit nervous, but excited and just to see where he's at.
So we know that there are a couple of songs. I know, it looked like 4 tracks on this album. 2 of them look kind of like interludes or something. I know there was Question Mark, and then there was what looked like, I don't know if it was the Crying or the Korean, like a Hangul, or I'm not sure. Yeah. They look like they were English only, and then Right People, Wrong Place, and Heaven look like they have English only lyrics too. We kind of debated on if we wanted to just listen to the track, but we're people who need subtitles to help us along, so we decided to go ahead and listen to the lyric videos for those, to watch those anyway on our first time listen. So that's why those are in here, and we didn't just listen to it without anything, just because I need the visual for me to actually absorb sometimes. Yes. And then, that's just how my brain works.
It sounds like Simlish, like literally, even if it's an American like television show that we're watching, it has to have subtitles when we're on Netflix, whatever it is.
I need to see and think about what he's saying. It's like, I need to know.
All right. So without further ado, before we jump in, pause warning, just in case. If you do not like pausing, we are going to pause and we will probably talk a lot. So pause warning. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and jump in with the first track.
Which had us tripping.
Well, yeah, because we're doing the album Right Place, Wrong Person.
People.
But the first person. But the first track is Right People, Wrong Place.
See, I'm already confused again.
So, yeah.
All
right, let's go ahead and get into it. What you got for us?
Someone just, like, cough or something? What was that?
Dissonant.
I was
distorted.
I was gonna say that too. Wrong and I feel like I'm going down the rabbit hole. Sort of vortex. Wrong people in wrong place, right people in right place. And he's like up against that mic.
And him harmonizing with himself on that last part too. Just
I feel like I just went through like a black hole. Like it gave me very like spacey
vortex.
vibes. I did, and like things are just kind of like going by you. That's why I felt like it was like I went down a rabbit hole, and you're just going around, and like all of these things and flashes of things are just going by. Like whoa, what a start!
Very much felt like an intro to the album, like an introduction into
to what we might hear more of.
His own distorted thoughts and confusion and the things that he's trying to work through, because he would, for the most part, say like what the title of the song is, but then he would kind of flip and then
like,
he would just repeat words and
like trying to figure it out.
I could hear him like cussing every now and then. There was a lot of, seemed like frustration, anger, but also a lot of confusion and monotony as well. So I'm really curious to see.
Was it knocking?
I think so. I heard that too.
There was like almost like sounded sort of like fighting. I don't know if it was, but there were like raised voices at one point, and it was kind of hard to like pinpoint it out, like what was happening in some spots, because so much was happening at once. It's almost like your brain is just overloaded.
It all sounded like him to me.
Yeah.
Just in different like stages. Yeah. Almost like some were more quiet and calm, and then others, like you said, he was raising his voice, yelling. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the next one, and I'm going to apologize in advance for my voice and my cough. All right. So now we've got Nuts.
We did see that this was trending yesterday. Okay, already the choice of like the instrumentation on Build of.
Okay.
I could make this right place for you.
Ooh.
I could make it just right for you. I could make this right place for you. I could make it right. She a pro rider. Rider. Must be an A1 gotta always throw a fucking slaughter when it comes to love. She could be an all-nighter. Badass rider. No man could ever fight her. I go, man, 어찌 모든 걸 함께 해. 어째 이제 네가 줄 수 있는 게 없는데. Freaky, you freaking me. Begging you, baby, please. 평생 같은 개소리. Love is for the freaks, yeah. Pro rider. Rider. Must be an A1 gotta always on the fucking copter when it comes to money. He could be a damn fighter. Fast gas rider. No a woman could stop him. 하고 nuts. 괴물이 된 꼴이. You look like your guts. 그저 껍데기뿐인 trust.
Your outer skin.
Freaky, you freaking me. Wishing you in the grief. 사랑은 망해 반드시. Love is for the free. I could make this right place for you. I could make it.
He took that instrument out.
I could make this right place for you. I could make it just right for you. I could play this right chord for you. I could take you right to the moon. I could make this right place for you. I could make you right. Now baby,
Ooh.
so high. Know you're afraid of high. I will close your eyes. Now baby, you never
It's hard.
know you're afraid of high. Don't say goodbye. 너 간 뒤로 비로소 난 살아있어. 매일 밤이면 과거의 나에게 보내는 유서를 써.
Okay,
비로소
Holy shit.
hold on, because that took all of my attention away from the lyrics at all. Just the
change in the track.
yeah.
Don't say goodbye. 너 간 뒤로 비로소 난 살아있어. 매일 밤이면 과거의 나에게 보내는 유서를 써. 위스키 한 잔이면 털어질 모든 기억. 믿지도 않은 시기에 비록 네가 내 전부던 20대에서 벗어날 수 있도록 행복하길 바랄게. 진심이야 안 믿겠지만 참 찔렸던 관계. There's a stigma on my chest, it's called you. 함께였던 것조차 믿기질 않은 it was a flu. But we could see the karma coming through. The monster hasn't been me. I beg you, baby, please. Forever, I will wish you a true happiness. Dang.
Damn, that's right.
It's the way he's looking at me, like with the blacked out screen in this picture, is kind of like,
Whoa.
woo woo.
And then the cut. We just like cut off. Okay. Okay. When I said in the intro that I was a little bit nervous, I get where that was coming from now. That was mainly me just being like, I'm a little bit nervous. Now I am especially a little bit nervous and excited to really feel like I'm getting that, like, I already knew it would be getting that authenticity into his brain, but this felt like just another level of his true ability to be raw through his music and to just write and produce and compose the way that his brain is feeling, the way that his heart is feeling, what he's thinking. Like, he takes what's happening here and he is able to translate it into music in such an artistic way that is like, I'm almost like, I don't want to misinterpret what he's saying, because I know that he's got such a clear message that he was sending out. But our brains are all so different, how we interpret things and how we process things, that I'm like, now I'm nervous to like misinterpret it. But at the same time, I don't think he would mind how people interpret his music.
It's an art.
You know? So,
well, he talked specifically about like getting out of his 20s. So to me, I almost wonder if like this other person he's speaking to is himself.
I just was so confused, because we have the best gaslighter. No man could ever fight her, and I think
they said the same thing about the he later.
Yeah, right? No woman could stop him, and so it kind of like flops. And so we had a lot of like change in this one as well, and then we changed the entire song pretty much at the end, talking about like true colors and what gets seen of you. This whole front section of this song,
maybe also to people like, I guess, around you. I mean, it is called, I mean, we got a lot of right people, wrong places, wrong people, right places. So very much could be the people that you're surrounded with and the lifestyle that you have as well.
That's what I was thinking, or like the things that you're interested in, or the things that get your attention may no longer stay the same. We talked about like, this person will do anything for money, or like how we used to be able to do everything together, and now there's nothing you can give me. And so it's like it felt as though, I mean, the song being called Nuts, like I felt like
absolutely nuts. He said it, didn't
he? He said, I go nuts.
Yeah.
And then he just seems so upset at love itself, and how love is for a specific group of people, but he doesn't seem to loop himself into that.
I mean, and they've like, even like publicly, they've faced so much, you know, so I can see that also being an outward like F you kind of like to the people who were put them down, or put words into their mouth, or put these idealizations onto them, because he even said there's a stigma on his chest.
Yes, and it's you.
Yeah.
Oh, he just seems very, very dissatisfied with things. I don't know if it's like romantic relationships or just things around him in general, stigmas around him, people around him in general, but just not happy with things. So now we have Out of Love. Okay, we'll do it.
Okay.
Very also cohesive with the last two.
Oh.
I'm just a pack of a cigarette. I'ma burn down the love and the hate, the right, the wrongs. Even the goddamn where I've been living it for my whole life. Smoking kills, I know it's my fucking business.
Oh, tell them!
Ashes fall like the snow. I've been changing all the flow. Time to let go the past. The memories, the stacks of the truth. Diaries without priorities. Think I already killed myself out of the fucking biz. People, I know they stink. I'm on a sucker body. I put them in the
ransom. Oh.
Cause it's my fucking script.
Oh, F them.
신은 죽어버리고 사랑은 묻어버렸네. 잡히는 화내가 믿는 진실은 다르게. 그래 너 원망하지 않아. 너 원망하지 않아. 사랑은 망하지 않아. Somebody always shitting on him. Somebody always hating on him. Somebody always shitting on him.
Oh my.
All you strangers, you did think you can't please me. Punching your thought that I want you to believe me. Nani Sukaji, I love it when you hate me. Don't kiss me, don't see me, don't leave me, just eat me. Honesty's always a crime. Just tell me if you need a dime. Why they can't give you my time, can't waste you my goddamn time. You know you was a crime. You care for my body, can't fuck my mind.
Tell him. Oh no, already? Why is it so short? Some of the tracks on here are so short.
I love it when you hate me, don't kiss me, don't see me, don't leave me, just eat me. Honesty's always a crime. Just tell me if you need a dime. Why they can't give you my time, can't waste you my goddamn time. You know you was a crime. You care for my body, can't fuck my mind.
The whine, like at the end, the way he said that last word.
Oh my, I just the rawness on top of rawness that we are getting in this freaking album, and we've barely even scratched the surface into this entire album.
It's not even the lyrics either. It's also like the tracks themselves are very raw too. It makes sense, like sounding like they're not like, I don't know how to, because I don't know much about like production or anything like that. So I can't really speak on it, but to me, they sound very raw.
Yes, and then they're very. I mean, the production of them is very intentional. There's not a ton of instrumentation or backing track or layered track, but there are very intentional like instruments. The way that there's dissonance here and there. There's already been a lot of dissonance.
Very nostalgic sounds as well.
Yes,
like
that
older
old hip hop.
Yeah.
And then we throw in like with some of the jazzy. I don't know if that was a saxophone or exactly what that was.
It was like a flute or something. I don't know. Look, don't get me.
No.
Don't get me.
This one to me felt, I mean, it's called Out of Love. It felt as though that his trust in love and
she talked
trust itself has been broken.
He's been talking about that as well.
Yes.
He mentioned that in the last track too.
I kept thinking about, a lot of the things that, at least publicly, that we know that he's gone through. I'm sure there are so many things that he's never shared and unfortunately had to suffer. But I know like with some of the things that I remember seeing, just how often he would go to put his trust in someone and then that would be broken.
I mean, they use them because they're so big too. And the way they came up and things like that, they use them for like literally everything to like create drama out of nothing. Like they drag their names through the mud, the whole cigarette part, like seriously.
Yes. And
I mean,
he felt very, angry and jaded almost with this one of like, I can't see, like, love isn't working, trust isn't working, you can ask me for money, whatever, but I'm not going to actually give you things that are worth it, like my time. What we said right there at the end, please stop eating my headphones, my cat's eating my headphones. Yeah, how he says like, and you can try to mess with me, but I'm not going to let you get in my mind anymore. I'm not going to give you any more of my time. Like my piece of that is done. I don't trust it anymore, especially not with.
I'm done with you. I liked the honesty is always a crime because some people don't like to hear the truth. And RM always likes to put the truth in his lyrics. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't like it and they get mad when he does that kind of thing. And like, you don't always have to agree with someone else's truth, but like, you can definitely respect the fact that he does that,
I can't imagine not liking that because I feel like if you don't like it, then maybe you're somebody that he's speaking to. And because I'm over here like, yeah, tell them the truth. Tell them exactly how it is, because sometimes that sort of hard truth needs to be put out in the world.
Also, this to me, because I know like things, you do stuff like when you're younger and then it's like gets brought back up and then it gets brought back up and then it gets brought back up. And it's just like, why do you hate on me just to hate on me? Mm-hmm. I feel like at this point. You seem
to really enjoy doing that.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, this is already very interesting.
Yeah. I'm really enjoying the cohesiveness of this album, the sound of it, but it's a very,
very different,
very striking sound that he's chosen to go for. So I'm curious to know if that's going to change or maintain. So we're going to go ahead and end part 1 here. So if you're not sure why we're doing this in multiple parts, check out the intro. If you're looking forward to the rest of the parts, we will see you in parts 2 and 3.